This is a tactic, a different kind of tactic. Are they going to give this to Wout van Aert? What a tactical play this is! Absolute masterstroke by Jumbo-Visma in the finishing stroke. Remember, it's a block headwind finish, but this man can do it all. Can he hold up the peloton? An absolute genius bit of tactical play, but he's battling in to a block headwind coming off the sea here in Felixstowe. This will be absolutely astonishing if he can pull this off. Where is the bunch behind? It's about 500 metres to go for the man from Jumbo-Visma. There's a big sprint behind. They've been wound up by the Ineos Grenadiers, but it looks as if it is going to be Wout van Aert. Absolutely superb stuff. The crucial thing is he going to be able to create a time gap now and open up a lead on the general classification? This is absolutely superb. Jumbo-Visma are unstoppable, as is Wout van Aert. Absolutely superb. A masterstroke from Wout van Aert and Jumbo-Visma.
Van Aert tries to follow him. Pogačar turns up for business. It's chaos going uphill from the station on those rattly cobbles. 9 seconds, they're trying to bridge up. We knew that it was Alpecin versus Jumbo. It's Act 2 now. Of the hardest meters in professional cycling, and here comes the best climber of the lot. Tadej Pogačar on the front, on a bit of road he knows he can make them hurt. He can make it hard. It's Pogačar in the gutter, Van der Poel on his wheel. 400 meters up to 20%, and we have the famous four breaking away from those who are passengers. Pogačar attacking as they go onto the first cobble of the Quaremont. Out goes for Hooij again. Backwards follows him Kooij, and it's Tadej Pogačar here at the front, taking it to those top two cobbled racers on their very own terrain. You have to hand it to him, whether it comes off or not. Van Aert and Mohoric started to lose their little climbs bit by bit, but we know that Van Aert there is working at it metre by metre. Pogačar and for Hooij who is there, and this is brilliant. It just goes and goes and goes, and Pogačar is never afraid of putting down the power.
Steeper part of this towards the top as well. When you're riding it on TV, it doesn't look like a lot, but it just ramps up only 4%, 5%. You can just see it going up, but at this point in the climb, face on Van Aert, it's rare that you see him looking down, and he's almost gasping for the air to get back into his lungs in this part of the dual carriageway.
And here we go, let's see, because it's Van Aert who decides to make his move. Has he been waiting? Is this the moment? I'm not sure. We will see. The minute Pogačar can follow. And here goes Tadej Pogačar. Tadej Pogačar makes his move with 3.4 kilometers to go. We knew he had to try, we knew he had to move. There's a reaction, and the first attack is brought back. The cat and mouse games have started with just over 3 kilometers to go. We go to 1.5 kilometers to go. Another twist, a left-hand turn this time, and it's Van der Poel leading Van Aert.
Pog again.
Pogačar just leaving that room, isn't he? We wait, he goes, he's up onto the pedals, and he moves. Left of the road this time, they have to react to a second time. Van der Poel tries to get there, he's on the wheel. Pogačar sits down, he knows he's unable to wriggle away for a second time. And it's Pogačar who launches the sprint early. Pogačar trying to surprise them. Van der Poel coming through the centre. Van Aert hitting the front now on the right-hand side. It's Wout van Aert trying to defend his title. It's wheel to wheel. It's a big battle, but it's Wout van Aert who wins it. Wout van Aert, the first man to defend his title here in over a decade. It is quite predictably Jumbo-Visma chasing behind him, and in Wout van Aert,
Van Aert, you have to say, is a favourite. He can go over these climbs, he can sprint very well. What are the other teams going to do? And when you look at through who started, some teams have come here with sprinters, but some teams haven't. So the teams that haven't got sprinters have to make this as difficult as possible. But for the moment anyway, Jumbo-Visma are just happy to set this tempo at the front with Sam Omen.
Put that on pause because this is Dries Devenijns really up in the pace. Tratnik trying to follow. A couple of riders in there for Alpecin Koenig, and if Devenijns is around, Alaphilippe will follow. This is the opportunity to try and test himself for tomorrow. He's just sitting now on the wheel of Mauro Schmid. And it is now Mauro Schmid who takes over from Dries Devenijns. Jan Tratnik on his wheel, Alaphilippe there, but crucially just a few wheels back. Very comfortable, looking good. It's Wout van Aert. First hairpin then, Piccolo Stelvio for the 7th and final time at this year's Coppa Bernocchi, the 104th edition of the race in Lombardy. Keep your eye on Julien Alaphilippe, his team working. They need to make it hard for Wout van Aert. Alaphilippe on the left-hand side moving in front of Van Aert now, onto the wheel of Mauro Schmid. Van Aert who had his teammate Tish Benoot on the radio. His other teammate Jan Tratnik is controlling the pace here. Bigger gap developing about 3/4 way down. Near the front, it has to be closed behind by Bajoli. Final proper climb in this race. There's a couple of lumps and bumps on the way in. And all the while, Wout van Aert sits there. Oops. Alaphilippe pulling out, looking around, trying to sit back in. See if we can get some organisation. It's not fully organised as you might expect. I'll tell you there that Vincenzo Albanese is in the group and Christian Scaroni. Albanese, of course, a fastest finisher, and this is where tactically it gets interesting. And Jumbo-Visma want to make it even a smaller group, and what was Jan Tratnik just letting the wheel go there, Brian Smith. Finally, there's a little bit more organisation in this front group now, Brian, and the gap's grown to 19 seconds. The gap's gone down to 13 seconds. Keep your eye on it as we go up the hill here, because we can see that in that second group there are riders who think that if they make the effort now, they can get across.
That's the thing, Rob. If you do make that huge effort, you're going to split this group behind. I think it's strength in numbers. If you are going to come across, you don't attack and come across in this group. You actually try and kind of ride with others. Everybody else in that group has got is Wout van Aert, and he's got two teammates there. And the two teammates can ride the last 20 odd kilometres on the front and keep this group together.
You can almost call it. And there we go, once we get to 40 seconds, Brian, the gap is big enough to get at least the neutral service car in. It's all about Wout van Aert for them though today, we think. Tischbenot Kurna is in the middle there, rangy figure in the yellow jersey, and Jan Tratnik here at the front, who's pulled an absolute blinder today. He's raced really well, and given the bad luck, well, the shocking luck he's had this season, it's very, very nice to see him riding so well. 5 kilometers to go, 9 riders in the front, including Wout van Aert, Julian Alaphilippe and a few others. Let the games begin here. Could get tactical, but you have to say that Van Aert, on paper at least, has to be the favourite. Everybody racing for their current teams. Everybody racing for their own opportunity. And a big chance awaits. There's a chat there between the two Belgians. Benoot and Van Aert. The final plan is coming together, Brian. Right, here we go, behind the motorbike. Chance to go. That's something that developed. And an opportunity to attack. And of course, Julian Alaphilippe is going to take that opportunity. That's his style. That's how he races. That might not happen, but he will go down trying. Around the corner, final couple of 100 metres, and it's about to be launched, and it is launched. It's Wout van Aert at the front on his wheel and trying to get around. You can see Albanese behind, it's Bajoli. Here though on the right hand side in the white comes he or she. On the left it's Albanese, but nobody at all can compete with Wout van Aert. It's business as usual for Jumbo-Visma, despite all the talk off the bike.
Wout van Aert, how many has he got there? He's got 2 down his back, 2 in the cages, not utilising the pockets there. .1,800 metres to go now, and we have another left-hander. 1,700 metres, a couple of gaps opening up. It's all about positioning play now, Brian, as GB is starting to move up as well. Getting a little bit chaotic here, not a lot of colour blocking. Navigating his way through the corner, and there's looks like, this wasn't quite a crash, it looks like somebody had come down, but Mullen looks like he's away on his own. He looks around, he's opened up a gap, 1.1 kilometres to go, but it is indeed Jumbo-Visma sewing this gap back together now, Bright.
It looks as if Jumbo-Visma have got this one right on point. They've got Affini there, they've got Wout van Aert, Olav Kooij, so Affini takes this one up. Wout van Aert in his Red Bull helmet, second place. Olav Kooij right in the perfect place, but look who's on Olav Kooij's wheel, Sam Bennett, the Irishman.
It's a big launch, a long launch from Wout van Aert. He's got Olav Kooij on his wheel. Werner coming on the left-hand side. Kooij launches on the left-hand side. Bennett in the slipstream of the Dutchman. But it is Jumbo-Visma who take the wing. Olav Kooij in first. It looks like second place, in fact, was Wout van Aert who did the lead out. Just moving up on the outside, looks pretty comfortable too. All smiles as well from Olav Kooij. So right now, Jumbo-Visma, unsurprisingly, have got things totally in control here, Brian. 1,500 metres to go on stage 2, Wrexham to Wrexham, the Wrexham stage, and it is Mullen flying on the right side. It's Affini now drag stripping. This is neck and neck here. It really is a drag race. Affini now overtakes Mullen on his wheel. He's photographed on the right hand side. Couple of riders are down, but unbeknownst to the riders in front, it's still Affini on the front here with Wout van Aert on his wheel. An awful crash. I do hope the riders down there are okay, but this one is forced to split in the bunch. Kooij on the wheel of Van Aert. van Aert hard on the front, but the gap is opening. Kooij on the wheel of the flying man from Belgium. It is on the left-hand side now. The gap is being opened up. So the Kooij launches on the wheel is Van Poppel. On the neck and neck on the left-hand side is Wout van Aert, but Kooij takes another win. Van Aert, he leads through, it is leaving Olav Kooij very, very exposed here. Sam Bennett is on the wheel there. Out of the saddle now is Wout van Aert. Can he go? Kooij goes on the left-hand side. Bennett is on his wheel. 150 metres ago, Bennett on the wheel of Kooij. It looks like Kooij's going to get a hat-trick. Can Bennett come round on the right-hand side? He can't. Can he? It's a drag strip to the line. It's Kooij, 3 from 3. A hat-trick for the Dutchman. Jumbo-Visma do it again. This is another extraordinarily long lead out by Wout van Aert. Olav Kooij on his wheel. It is still Wout van Aert leading out with incredible pace. Canter there. Van Uden also in the mix as well. This is going to be a tremendous sprint to the line. Wout van Aert is still there. Oh, and this is it. Kooij opens things up. It's Kooij again. It's going to be 4. Van Uden on the left-hand side. Van Uden in the centre, but Kooij takes it. 4 from 4. 500 metres to go as they continue to fight for the wheels. Wout van Aert now picks it up at the front. He's done this so often. He won yesterday, but there's some riders moving up the outside. Vernon is coming through. Van Aert still on the front on the left-hand side. It is Una X as well. Van Aert is done. Kooij opens things up. Tom Pidcock is there as well, but it's Vernon on the left-hand side. And it looks like it is going to be a victory for Uno X as we're coming through. Like Vernon in the centre. It looks like Vernon's going to get this. Vernon takes the win for Great Britain.
Van Aert coming to the front on his own now.
Yeah, there we go. The best form of defence is attack, and he's doing it on his own here. He's just looking like he's going. Look at that breathing through his nose here. But there's Serrano just latched onto Damien Howson also there. Well, I thought this had the potential of happening here, taking things into his own hands. There's such raw power here. They can't match him. He's unmatchable. But this is where we could see this man, right, he goes straight past Stockman like he stood still. This is absolutely amazing riding. We know how capable this man is, but he's absolutely rampaging over this climb. 11.5k to go. He goes straight past the breakaway like they are stood still. What a performance here by Wout van Aert. There's a reaction from Turner behind to try and get onto the wheel, but this is absolutely fantastic. Wout van Aert on the back foot, now on the front foot, Brian. attack on the left-hand side. It's
Never
Wout
gets up,
van
does he?
Aert. Look at this, and Nils. He could not respond. He just could not go to the sheer might of Wout van Aert, who goes again. Again, he is tearing this race apart at the moment. They cannot hold him, and look at the gap he's managed to open up. 3.5 kilometers to go. Wout van Aert again, Brian, has daylight. This man is irrepressible. It's important now that Van Aert makes sure that he stays within this group as they start to wind it up. We've got Magnus Sheffield in the mix as well. Two riders there, of course, from Q36.5, Mark Donovan and Damien Howson, as they wind it up on the left hand. It's got to be Van Poppel now on the left hand side. Tiller is there as well, as it goes like it's going to be Tiller in the centre. Van Poppel can't do it. Oh, Tiller takes it for Uno X. What a ride by Rasmus Tiller. Takes the win there for Uno X. Look at the devastation behind. This caused some big splits now, and they have managed to isolate the leader of this race. So Rodriguez on the wheel there. Wout van Aert out of the saddle. So Van Aert is now isolated, but most of the riders inside the top 10 are in this group here.
Rodriguez is now on the attack. Wout van Aert can't react to this one, so even Tobias Johannesson, he's a big danger. So if they start riding together, but Wout van Aert having to ride tempo, can't go with these efforts for the moment. So this race is opening up.
Wout van Aert could not respond, and the road continues to drag up. Johan Means still in front at the moment. Where is Wout van Aert? He's dropping a little bit further back there. This is a difficult situation for our race leader. It's only a slender lead. Fighting to stay on the wheel of the Spaniard, but no panic here from this man. He knows he can't match the pace of the pure climbers. He's just got to ride his own race here. He's not going to get any assistance, of course, from the man on his wheel, Magnus Sheffield. Wout van Aert cannot let this lead balloon. Carlos Rodriguez has dropped Stevie Williams, just coming over the top of this climb. Williams has cracked, and Rodriguez is moving clear now. Can Williams find something special? He'll certainly find motivation from the side of the road. That's there in spades. He looks over his shoulder. Rodriguez, this is what Rodriguez, from his point of view, needs to do. I don't think he realised that he dropped him there. So now he accelerates over the top of the climb, and about 10 seconds behind, the next group is being led by Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert is digging deep over the top of the climb. Sheffield locked on his wheel. Just at the back, Damien Howson, and there Johannesson too as well. But look at the effort here. This is about saving the race. He has to make an effort over the top here, Brian. And this is a beautiful, beautiful victory. A solo win in fine style. He sprints all the way to the line. Carlos Rodriguez takes the stage here in Cabilly, and the clock starts to tick. Look at this, Magnus Sheffield goes, but the sheer might, the sheer power of Wout van Aert secures the overall win. He takes the Tour of Britain and second place on the day. Howson there in third place, but the winner of the Tour of Britain is Wout van Aert.
Grind your way up these cobbles, and doing that right now is Wout van Aert. He knows that everybody must follow. It's Christophe Laporte who's following van Aert right now. Caleb Ewan who's trying to do that as well. Behind, they're trying to hang on. But Wout van Aert and Christophe Laporte putting in a 2-up team time trial at the moment that's looking brilliant. cobbles are hard enough on a dry day. Today it's been wet and windy and miserable. They're covered in bits of mud. They're slippy. The stones are horrible. Laporte is trying to hang on. His teammate Van Aert is grinding up. And the gap's over a minute now.
These two, they're enjoying this, Adam, and I think they're going to enjoy the running all the way in. They don't need to keep the pressure on. They have an enormous lead. What a ride by these two riders. Christophe Laporte and Wout van Aert come to the line together. But by the looks of it, it'll be Christophe Laporte who crosses the line first. Second 1 year ago to Endgame, and taking the 85th edition of Gent-Wevelgem, Christophe Laporte, and a dominant display by Jumbo-Visma. What a ride by these two.